Hello everyone. I see few people have joined the chat. Thank you for joining, and I will quickly come on to the 1 second. There is some issue. Let's some. I'm trying this setup for the first time, so there could be some nagging issues, but I hope I'm able to solve it earlier. But let's see. In my studio. Sorry guys. I'm just trying to work with some technical issues here, but I am sure I'll be able to get it through. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay. If you guys have any question in the meantime, please feel free to put that on the chat. I will come to it as soon as I'm done with this customization. Let me see how much can I get through. Are you guys able to hear me? Are you guys able to hear me? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Stream. I have to put the chat on the thing, so I have to just do a quick check on the chat. Let me pull up that chat on the stream. Close. Okay, a few people have joined. Shaila, thank you for joining. Gautam Ganeshan, thank you for joining. I'm good. Sumit Bhanwal joined. 1 second. Let me just share this with the subscribers. Then we can quickly get started. Okay, let's see. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I'm doing this live after a long time. So I hope I have changed my PC. So just what the overall setup of OBS has changed. So that's the reason we are not able to see. Okay, let me quickly go to the chat. You guys have any questions? Start putting it on the chat, and I will be more than happy to take. I'll try my best to answer that questions for you. If you have any questions, but if not, yeah, I understand. But if you have anything, just let me. Okay. Okay. I think the chat is coming up, and let me close this. This. Okay. Kavindu is asking, hi Manish, I have applied for EOI. My score was 60. Is it lower or average? See, this is a 100-point game, right? So, as long as you are, so if you are like within that more than 55, 60, more than halfway mark through, I think it could be a good game. The last draw was for 70, right? The last draw that happened was for 70. So, it's not bad, I would say. That's what I would say. Not bad. That's what I would say about this. But yep, what's your question, guys? Let's see. I am not sure if you're able to see the chat or something, but yeah, but why this chat is like this? Okay, let me minimize the chat window. Are you guys able to see my screen? Are you guys able to see my screen? Let me open the chat. Okay. Everybody is there. Give me a minute. Let me just look at my chat once again. Sorry, guys. I'll be back in a minute. One second. Let me try something. I'll be back with your questions once again. And this is something I cannot test offline. That is the unfortunate part. So I have to test it while I am on the live things. So yeah, that's the problem. But let's see. Yes, so okay. Just give me a minute. 14 watching now. Okay. I have now access to my chat, guys. So I will just quickly look at the messages from the top, and I'll come to your local newer messages. Sorry about the delay, but let's look at it. Gautam Ganeshan, thank you. When the next draw will happen? Next draw was supposed to happen sometime this week. Um, I have not seen any news. So if you guys have heard anything on the news, just put on the comments if you have seen anything coming through on the news. But as far as I am concerned, I was just checking um, the web page and it had no updates. Let me just quickly look into it again. Okay, let me see if there is any kind of updates. If there is any kind of updates here, let's look at that. There is no new updates. Okay, and then about the processing information was posted just last week on 21st, so I have not expecting any other processing updates yet. So yeah, I have not seen any new updates coming through, guys. If you have any news about it, let me know. 15th October is the last draw that happened, which is 302. That's the last we get here. Okay. Shaila, hi once again, Shaila. Hello once again, Shaila, and let's look into next question. Kavindu, I think I answered your question about 60 as EOI score. I think it's okay. Shehat Sharma says hi. Shubhan Dev Chaudhary says hi. Valerie, hi there. Submit my EOI this October. No email received if I have nominated. Until what time I have to wait? Got a score of 62. 62 is not a bad score again. Valerie, you will just have to wait till the nomination, till the invitation is received. So you have to understand that this is not about your nomination, this is about invitation. So once you create your expression of interest, you will get something called a invitation to apply. Once you apply for that invitation, you will get something called a nomination. So what you are waiting for is basically a invitation to apply. Sehaj says, when can we expect next draw? Sehaj, as I was just saying a bit earlier in the video, the next draw was expected this week. We have not heard anything on that. So yeah. Shaila says, I applied for EOI. Shaila is 70 and I have family connection to AOS. So many applicants, which has less applicant. Shaila, see, you can choose whatever gives you most points. So if you have family members, you get certain extra points. So add that to you, but it will be up to the AIP to decide which stream that they will invite you under. Okay. So that is very important to understand. You cannot decide, you can not really decide. You can basically pick a stream of interest, but then AIP will send you invitation under the stream it wants to fill the positions. Milan says, hi, Sumit, hi, Shubhan Dev Chaudhary. Question, my score is 83. Guys, Shubhan, you have a very good score. I completed PhD at the UFOA and I have a full-time job in engineering sector. Currently have a PGWP. I applied for AOS. Just wanted to know my chances. 83 is a very good chance. You are basically out of 100 you are scoring 83. It's a good score. I am in the impression that they invite based on demand of the province. Not sure how is demand for material engineers in Alberta. So depending on what you have, what kind of work you are doing, what kind of NOC you are working, there is something called the economic outlook of Alberta. Go through that economic outlook of Alberta. It will kind of give you an idea about the occupations and demand in Alberta. I can say that is the best option that you have. Smith Patel is asking, I have done a 3-year advanced diploma. Does it come under diploma or degree? Smith, you will have to check with your college or with your accreditation whether that is considered a degree or not. So degree is something given by a university, and diploma is basically in a particular skill or trade. So you will have to check with your college whether that degree is considered, whatever you have done is considered a degree. But in most cases, diploma is considered lower than a degree. So that is what the general perception is. I draw cutoff mark with 50 above. Will I draw cutoff mark within 50 above? Will I receive ITA? We don't know, Kavindu. The last draw was for 70. So we will have to wait for multiple draws to come out to kind of anticipate what the draw could be. Okay, so that is one of the important things to wait. 50 could be good. Less than 50, your chances might be lower, but more than 50, again, your chances could be good. So LMIA Canada. Oh, that's your profile, LMIA Canada. I have 1 year working experience in Edmonton and Aspen. I am above 50 plus and my points are prox 50. If I'm not selected in EOI, what other options do I have? If you are not selected in the Alberta PNP, you can always and should create an express entry profile. So always have an express entry profile. So don't keep all your eggs in one basket. Have a express entry profile for sure with IRCC. That will help you to get through the what do you say? That will basically improve your chances. You can probably get a draw in the federal draw itself. That can help you. Smith is asking, is it good that I have a 50 plus score? Is it good for the IT stream? As I was explaining to Kavindu, right, Smith, it will all depend on what kind of draw history emerges. Right now we have only one draw which was for 70. 50 could be good, 50 could be bad. We will know only when the future is, when we see more future draws. Ronald Adisi Bosque. I only see update for the AOS. What was that question, Ronald? I'm not sure I got your question. Dharmesh is asking, I submitted Alberta Tech Pathway form in August month, but still don't received NOI. As per new worker stream, my 41. What do I do now? Yeah, Dharmesh. So if you have not yet received any kind of invitations or nomination, and you have not, so okay, let me ask you this, Dharmesh. When you say you submitted a tech pathway form, was it your nomination? Was it the PNP form that you submitted and you paid the fees? Is that what you have done in August? Let me know that first in the chat. Then I will come to your other question, Dharmesh. So Dharmesh, let me know if you have submitted the application for PNP along with the fees. LMIA Canada, with age 50 plus, am I good to go for express entry profile? Age is only one factor in out of those 1200 points, right? So you can always try, depending on your experience, education, language, you can score much more than 280. I don't think 50 plus is you might lose 5-10 points for age, but that's it. Bhalala Priyesh is asking Smith. Thank you. Hey guys, if you like the chat, if you like the stream, why don't put a like on the stream? It will basically help the channel as a whole. My NOC is 22212, drafting technology technician, and I have engineer in training course from IPEGA. Can I claim 10 points in the worker for my EIT license? Very technical question, Bhalala Priyesh. So right now, if you go into and do a job, whether your employer will ask you for a license, that is the question you should answer. Okay, so if your employer is going to ask you for an application, and if you already have a license and you can work for an employer legally in Alberta, then yes, that is your license and you can claim those extra points for your restricted job. My question: temporal policy to support PNP candidates. Ronald is asking a question about temporary policy. Ronald, are you asking about the temporary policy for the work permits? Is that your question? Dharmesh says it's not an application. So, Dharmesh, you are saying that you have only submitted an expression of interest for Tech Pathway in August, right? So, yeah, you will have to basically wait for the to get an invitation to apply, and then only you can apply. Kiran Dasila says, can we expect another hospitality draw? Yes, we can expect another hospitality draw. Tourism and hospitality will be a hot sector in Alberta going forward. So we can expect a draw in the hospitality and tourism draw. Yes, for sure. Ali, hi Manish, do you think this will extend the year's remaining quota? No, Ali. I don't think the quota would be extended. There could be some realignment of the quota. So let me get to the page and I'll try and explain what I mean. So if you see here, right, like here, if under express entry, if you see, there are certain 216 seats remaining, right? So this can probably change a bit when you are actually like they can do a allocation between different sectors, different streams. That can happen, but apart from that, I don't see any kind of increase, a significant increase. There is always a buffer that is given to a individual province. I think it's like it's around 100 200 seats extra, like around, yeah, there is some buffer always given to province. So if that buffer is used, it can go up a slight bit. Like in last year, allocation was 9750, but they were able to allocate, I think, almost 10,000 plus certificates. So that was because of the buffer that has been given by IRCC to individual province. So if that is the thing, then yes, why not? And tourism and hospitality, yeah, it can happen. It can still happen. The 201 seats are still remaining in tourism and hospitality. So that can still happen. Only AOS candidates are receiving support letters. Okay, let's see that. Let's see that. AOS candidates. Let's see the support letter question. So yeah, so there is an update. So for renewal, rural renewal, there is something in queue. They have not yet issued any new support letters, but AOS, they are working on priority. Again, this would be based on priority of the people whose work permits are expiring sooner. So people whose work permit are expiring sooner will get a faster response. Okay. And for other processing, it will be as per the expiry, because people whose work permits are expiring sooner will need a support letter sooner. So that could be the question. That could be what is happening. For engineering jobs, Suvan is asking, for engineering jobs in Alberta, you would need an EIT. I'm a EIT as well. This is so Balala question. Yeah. So Balala, I think, yeah, if you have a, if you, that's what I was saying. If you need a license for working in Alberta, you will need that license, and if you have that license, you can claim that points. So depends on your. I would say go for your go for your employer. Okay, check with your employer. He would be the best person to say whether license is required or not. Shubhan Balala is saying my occupation regulated in Alberta product design, which is also is regulated. Yeah. So if your regulation is occupation is regulated, then yes. I'm working full term production design drafter, but not sure with NOC 22212. See, Balala, NOC that points for that points for extra. It doesn't depend on NOC. It depends on whether your job needs a, a license or any kind of certification. So that is what is important. Kiran Dasila, my EOI score is 65. I'm still worried my visa is expiring in May 25. Kiran is saying your EI score is 65. So if you have not yet applied for your any of the PNP streams, there is nothing you can do, Kiran, as such. You can only wait for to get a certificate of a support letter, right? So that is what it can be that you can do. That's the best you can do. If you are worried, you can try. You can always do a express entry. Always create an express entry profile, and don't keep your all eggs in one basket, as I was explaining in the stream a bit earlier. Please do not keep your focus only on the Alberta PNP stream, right? It can take quite a bit of time to get an invitation, depending on NOC, depending on province requirements and things like that. So always keep your options open. Dharmesh, but still we may consider old form, or how much time it has. The new worker stream launch is in 39. Dharmesh, okay, Dharmesh is talking about tech pathway, if I remember. Okay, yeah. So if you already have applications in queue, so let's go into the web page. Okay, let's go into the web page, and let's see how they are treating the application. So see for example here, right? Right now they were able to, in June and July, they had accepted these number of applications, right? And this is what they would be processing. So they will still keep on processing the applications that was received earlier. To be very honest, that is what they have said, right? And tech pathway right now doesn't have any nomination space remaining, guys. So it doesn't matter if they are still processing or not. Any kind of applications that is in process would be pushed to next year, or if they want to do any kind of extra allocation certificates. But officially the limit for tech pathway is over. Yeah, bad news for some people, but yeah, that's the reality. Dharmesh, I got 340.52 for a builder's percentage profile, which is the most probable one for getting IT, AOS, or express entry. There is Kavindu, keep your options open. So keep your Alberta profile updated, keep your IRCC express entry updated. It can get into, you can get through into any of the streams if your luck has it. Does EOI only apply to OS or also to Alberta express entry? Alberta EOI applies to all the express entry, all the streams of Alberta PNP. Express entry, OS, rural renewal, everything. Abhinav is asking, my question is regarding tech pathway. So Abhinav, yeah, go ahead with your question. Do you think it is still a good option to go ahead? Right now, tech pathway has no allocations remaining. That's what I showed you, right? So since it has no options, since it has no allocations remaining, if that is the only stream you can qualify for, then you will have to wait for next year. Endorsement rural, Bhavi is asking a question. Endorsement requirement for rural renewal stream for Lloyd Minister is changed now onwards. They are just gonna give the letter whose minimum wages. Okay. So Bhavi, yeah, so it could happen. So the individual the individual rural community can decide rules for themselves on who will they endorse, right? And if they have done endorsement that your minimum wage needs to be 2150 plus, then that is it. Do you know how to get endorsement letter? My brother is Lloyd Minister. Your brother is Lloyd Minister? Lloyd Minister is a rural community, I think, Abhinav. Kiran Dasila, yeah, just hoping an invitation letter under AOI, and I do have active. I'll push myself towards 7. Yeah, yeah, Kiran. So that's the best part, right? That's what I've been saying. People in the chat, in the WhatsApp groups, and everywhere that keep your options open and try and max out your express entry. You never know when the express entry draw will happen, and it can be very well suit you. Okay, so don't give up on the express entry yet, I would say. That would be a mistake to do for most of the people if we give up on express entry. Don't give up on express entry. Okay, guys, let me ask a question. What topics that you want me to make videos on? Is there any other topic you want me to make videos on? I can make a video on any of the topics that you want. So let me know if you need any specific information, because I think while we wait for new updates to come, there is always a scope for creating more educational videos. I just want to know, just want to get an ideas. The express entry draw is around 500-ish. Yeah, true. Express entry is 500-ish. So that's the reason you will have to. And guys, if anybody needs to improve their CELPIP score, if they need any kind of coaching for CELPIP, I am doing one-to-one sessions, paid sessions for CELPIP coaching. So I have posted a link on the WhatsApp group. So if you guys are interested in that, join that group. It will not be a very expensive course. This is what I'm just launching right now. Once I'm able to, so any pricing that I do would be introductory right now. So if you want to improve your CELPIP score, I highly recommend CELPIP. If you have already tried IELTS to improve your score and if it's not working, give CELPIP a try. CELPIP is a very good and a very good test to give, and I have heard it's relatively easy. So if you want that, join my. I have created a separate WhatsApp group link for the CELPIP training. Join that, book a session with me. It would be around 2 to 3 hours of session. We can split it up into multiple days if that suits your schedule, and you guys can have a go at CELPIP. That's what I can advise. Bhavi is saying you cannot do anything. Your brother is graduated from Lakeland College. He doesn't need work experience college. Yeah. Yeah. So I think Bhavi and Abhinav, you are talking about the rural renewal scheme, right? So if you're talking about rural renewal scheme, I have a lot of videos on the rural renewal scheme also. So have a check into that, and yeah, I hope it will help you. Any more questions on the chat? I hope everybody who joined here is on my WhatsApp group, right? So if you're not on my WhatsApp group, go through my couple of last videos. There should be a QR code for joining the WhatsApp group. So you guys can join and take advantage of that. And if any one of you want a one-to-one session with me, that is also open. If you want that, again, obviously this it's for members only, so you can take membership of my channel, and then we can do a one-to-one session where I can answer the questions pointedly. When they do Alberta Express Entry draw, will they look into both Express Entry score and EOI? So I think the draw has now shifted from Express Entry to overall PNP, Frog Ice. Is that your name? I don't know. So um, so if they are doing a draw for invitation, I think once you get an invitation, the draw is only for the invitation. The draw is once you get, say for example, you get a invitation under Express Entry, you are good enough to go and create an application. You don't need any further draws. That's what I'm saying. I am very sure they will not do any draw out of the Express Entry pool without an expression of interest. You will have to submit an expression of interest, and if you are in the Alberta pool, only then Alberta will do a draw for you. That's what my understanding is, and I think that is right. Go ahead. Any other question? And put on the comments if you need any videos on any particular topic. Make videos. Abhinav said, make videos on documentation which we need to apply under AOI. What is AOI, Abhinav? I'm not sure what I'm not sure if I get what the AOI thing means, but yeah, you can. So EOI is only linked with PNP. Yes. So EOI is only for PNP. Any PNP stream needs a EOI now. Correct. You are very right. Wandering Souls joined the chat. Do you think they will give prior to people whose work permit expiring soon? Ability, hospitality, and Wandering Souls. They will give priority to people whose PNP. So the letter of support is only given to people whose application is in process. So if you have just created an expression of interest and say your PA work permit is expiring in December, I'm not sure there is. I'm not sure that there is any kind of preference for that. Only once you have applied for your PNP and your visa is getting expired, then they can issue you a letter of support to extend that visa. AINP, Abhinav, you're driving and texting. Please don't do that. Take your time. Go ahead and take your time. Shaila, I thought your application is already in process, Shaila. You are still not done your application? I'm surprised. I'm driving right now. Shaila, like I'm very interested now. So can you just message me on WhatsApp? We can talk. I honestly thought your application is already in process, but Abhinav, I'm driving right now. Don't drive. Ahmed Ali Lito is asking EOI 59 points with hospitality job, but no LMIA. Hospitality jobs needs a LMIA, I think so. Let's look into it. Okay, let's give me a minute. Let me go into the streams, Alberta application streams. Let's look into that. I think it needs Hospitality stream will need tourism and hospitality, right? Oh, there is certain changes to here. Okay, I have to make another video on these changes. I think the way eligibility is presented is has changed a bit. Okay, let me go back. That tourism and hospitality stream. Tourism and hospitality stream eligibility. If you look into the eligibility of tourism and hospitality, so these are the sectors, these are the organizations, these are the NOCs. Yep, you should have a valid on a positive LMIA. So LMIA is required. So yeah, that's the answer for your question. You would need a positive LMIA. Shall do you think Abhinav, in the hospital, are they going to continue the stream? Yeah, tourism and hospitality will continue. In fact, tourism and hospitality still has few seats left, Abhinav. So I think it will continue. Does the Red Seal Credentials Party verify all my what? Mahi, I'm not sure of your questions, Mahi. Does the Red Seal Credentials Party verify all my previous employers? I'm not sure I got that, Mahi. Ahmad Ali Lito. No, I work for hotel as PGWP holder. So my points are 15 and I'm planning to apply for AOS, not hospitality. So I'm curious if they consider me without LMIA. So if your job, Ahmad Ali, if the job that you're doing, does it need LMIA or not? That is something your employer can answer. Nobody else can answer that question. So it will depend on the job you are doing. So if your job doesn't need a LMIA, AOS will not need a LMIA. If your job needs an LMIA, then AOS will also need an LMIA. It will depend on the job. I hope I'm clear. Jason John. Hey Jason, and please put a like on the chat, guys. There are a lot of people joined and left the chat. I'm not seeing enough likes on the chat, guys. Please put a like on the chat. And let me go to the next question. Jason John. Hi Manish, I applied for AOS 2024. My work permit went to 2024 November. Last week I didn't receive nominations. Opportunity can expect in November. So Jason, you have already applied for AOS. You mean that your application is in process, right? That's what it means, right? So if you have applied, then the latest update from Alberta is that they are processing support letters for people like you. So just wait for any kind of updates from Alberta. I would say that's what we can do. Yeah, you can expect a support letter very soon. And if you want, you can always call AIP and check if they need any more information. Nance Modi, I am on internship in the same field as my study for more than 12 months. I am eligible. Internship is not work experience. Nance Modi, yeah. Internship will not be considered as work experience. Ali Manish, could you please create a detailed video outlining steps to apply for PR after receiving AOS nomination? Okay, I can try that. It's a long process though, Ali. Let me try if I can do that. Once you got your nomination, what documentations and things you need, right? Those kind of things. Yeah, let me give it a try if I can do something like that. Nance Modi, paid or not paid is not a question, Nance. Internship will not be considered as a valid work permit. Let me show you. Let me show you, okay? Let me show you what I mean. One second. Give me a minute. Okay. Let me go to the. Uh, so this is from the tech pathway. Okay. Which stream are you targeting? I can look into the requirement of that stream for your internship thing. Which stream are you targeting, Nance Modi? Nance Modi, my put still it doesn't count. My study is over. Which stream are you targeting, Nance? As far as I know, internship is not counted, but I can double check. Does ANP communicate over phone? Yes, Abhinav, there is a phone number for ANP. You can call them. ANP number on website, they never answer. They will answer. They are usually busy. So try again. No, you are targeting which stream, Nance Modi? That was my question. ANP number on website, they never answer. Is yeah, so if they give you a work offer for a job location in Alberta, and that location is not Calgary or Edmonton, you can get points for your location. Frog Eyes, if that is your name. Arun Kumar, employer is not providing declaration letter. What you can do? That is the bad. That is the sad part, Tarun. Declaration is required. If it is not, I would say just keep on following up with your employer. Just request them if they can give it to you, because there is no second option. You can try submitting it without declaration form, and but there is a chance of rejection, and you can try explaining it to the officer. But Mahi is asking, in future will there be chance of reducing EOI points for hospitality and tourism? Future, what we have in future, we don't know, Mahi. But it can happen. Right now the draw was for 70 points. It can go up or down. We will have to see how the draw goes. So that is what we will have to see. Right now, nobody knows how the draw will fare out. Will show up. Frog Eyes is saying thank you. Okay. I hope I was able to answer your question. More questions. Put a like on the chat, guys, and keep asking your questions if you have any questions. Any more questions? HMT Tins. I'm working as a chef in Alberta. There are 68 points. Okay. Is there any rural renewal stream for Outlanders anymore? Inlander Outlanders hardly matters now. F777. It all depends on the requirement of the province. So if you satisfy the requirements of the stream, then you can get an invitation to apply. So technically, yes, Outlanders may have a very low chance, but I've studied mechanical engineering and doing job in the same field, but as temporary full timer. Which stream should I go with? Depends. Like okay. Let me just take. Say you are working full time in Alberta already, right? So the first thing that comes to mind is the AOS, right? That is what comes to mind. Let's look into AOS. Let's look into AOS. Where is AOS? Okay. See, where is AOS? Let me go here. Alberta opportunity stream. Let me go to AOS eligibility. The work experience requirements. So see. So here your work experience cannot have been gained as part of internship, right? So that's what it says. So it depends on the stream. AOS is something that would suit you best, but depending on your NOC, try Tech Pathway. If Tech Pathway has your NOC, Nance. What is Red Seal program, Mahi? I am not too sure what is Red Seal. Let me Google this. What is Red Seal? What is Red Seal program? Guys, anybody if has any knowledge? Red Seal program. I'm to be very honest, I don't know what is Red Seal. I applied for endorsement in August 16, still no update. Fort McNary have any pause? We don't know. You have to contact that particular rural community to understand if there is a pause. Nance, yes, if you're targeting AOS, internship is not counted as a valid work experience. I just showed you that. Can you please make a for a part-time job? I use this to apply for express entry. Thank you. Oh, okay. Red Seal programs are like mechanics. Okay, okay. Is a certification? Okay, okay. I have no idea. Let me do some study on that. Let me see if I can make some video on that. But I have no idea on that. To be very honest, it says child wording. I'm not studying. No, no. Nance. Okay. Nance Modi is Nance. You should book a one-to-one session with me. I think. So it says for all applicants, work experience in the qualifying period cannot be gained or internship as part of study program. Okay, so it should not be done as an internship. Okay, internship is that you do within your as part of your education, right? I still am not studying, although it says that if you have 12 months, so you're eligible. See, Nance, if that is what how you are reading this particular requirements, I would say go ahead and create an expression of interest. If you're eligible, you will get an invitation. That's the best I can say. Like it might be that I'm not understanding it correctly. It's quite possible. As I said, it's a personal advice. So it's possible that I am not 100% sure. I think Red Seal program. Okay, even chefs can appear for Red Seal. Okay. I am PJ Money is planning to apply at that time, but suddenly get paused. And now new. So on 20th of September, Last September 20 under US. What did you apply then, Shaila? Expression of interest came only on 30th of September, right? So September 20th, did you apply for US already? Okay. Any more question, guys? Any more questions on the chat room? It's almost an hour that we have started the stream. How can we predict NOI for form submissions? Dharmesh is asking a question. Sorry, but whatever you showed, that is application acceptance data. But based on that, how can we predict NOI, notification of interest? So notification right now, there would be a notification of interest is basically an invitation to apply. Okay. So depending on requirements, depending on the slots remaining for the particular stream, you can expect a notification of interest or basically invitation to apply. So there is no way anybody can predict. HMT Tins, can you just quickly post your question again? I think I lost your question in the chat. Oh, this is here. I am working as a chef in Alberta, having 68 points, and have applied in AOS as I don't have any LMIA for hospitality stream. Do I have to wait for points to come down from 70? So you are targeting hospitality stream, HMT Tins. You are targeting hospitality stream. So if you are targeting hospitality stream, you need a positive LMIA. So that is the basic requirement for hospitality stream. If you don't have it, you will have to work with your employer to get a LMIA. Without a positive LMIA, you will not get an invitation under the tourism and hospitality stream. You are basically not eligible for tourism and hospitality stream. Let me put it that way. I was able to answer your question, HMT. Tens. More question, guys. I will do these live chats almost every day now. Let me try and do it every day so that most of the questions can be answered on the chat itself. Let's see if how that goes, because every day I don't have ideas for videos, so I cannot have ideas for videos, but I can at least do these chats every day, try and answer some of your questions, and we learn everything, and hence applied for AOS. Yeah, so if you have selected AOS, you have done the right thing. You can wait for nominations, invitation to apply. There is only one PNP draw on hospitality stream. Right now, yes, there is only one draw that has happened, Frog Eyes. It can very well go into the... It can very well have more questions. Dharmesh, how can you predict? Dharmesh, I think I answered that question. You cannot predict the NOI scenario. Number one, Tech Pathway doesn't have any kind of allocations left. So that is one thing that is out of the picture for Tech Pathway for this year. So Tech Pathway, hopefully you will not get any invitations this year if you are waiting for it. And in any ways, you cannot predict the notification of interest or invitation to apply. Umar Azmat says hi. Hi, Umar. Any particular question? Sam is asking a question. I am eligible for AOS Express Entry as well. Okay, Sam, that's good. If you are eligible, then yep, good. My application was on 19th March without work permit applied from UAE. What can I expect reply? Rural renewal scheme. Oh, you have already done an application under rural renewal scheme? Like you already. What is your application, Uzmar? Like which. Are you talking about PR application, PNP application? What have you done? I am LMIA but don't have endorsement letter. Should I apply for tourism? Tourism doesn't need endorsement letter. Tourism will only need certain documents from your employer. So yeah, make sure you have those documents from employer. The express entry cancel the STEM occupation stream. Highly doubt the tech pathologist will be cancelled too. Right now it's not cancelled. Right now they don't have any allocation. They have in fact used all the allocations for 2024. So that is what they have done for all guys. Umar Azmat, application not picked. I'm still not question about your question, Umar. Like, which application are you talking about? I'm not sure your question. Frog Ice is saying tech pathway. Yeah, tech pathway is not yet cancelled, but it can very well. It will happen. Like we have to see the allocations for next year, how the allocation for next year looks. So depending on that, we may or may not get the answer. Let me see if I can answer more questions. Okay. So I think it's already been an hour, guys. Thank you everybody for joining. I will do one more stream tomorrow. I'll try and keep this stream up every day. So if you have any questions, you know at what time to join the stream and get your questions answered. Okay. And